Congress MP Shashi Tharoor continues to sulk. He reignited the speculation of parting ways with the Congress by posting a selfie with Union Minister Piyush Goyal and praising Modi government for a UK trade deal. Earlier this month, Tharoor lauded the Kerala CM Pinarayi Vijayan for business-friendly policies. The UDF's Kerala mouthpiece Vishakashanam daily slammed him for praising the state's economic progress. Under the left, calling it suicidal for the Congress party. This was followed by his praise for Modi's meeting with Donald Trump, a stand at odds with his own party. He also stirred controversy by questioning the absence of strong leader in Kerala Congress. A newspaper interview quoted him claiming independent polls placed him ahead of others in the Congress in the state, and he said that party's weak organizational structure, which is the bane, and he also said that that is what we want in 2026, staking the claim. Adding to speculation, Tharoor later remarked that if the party wants me, I will be there. If not, I have my own thing to do. You should not think I don't have any options in what seemed like a direct warning to the Congress. His meeting with Rahul Gandhi also did not lead any result. On this, I am joined by Nirmal Abraham, political analyst, and Anand Kuchikudi, senior journalist. Thank you both of you. Let me straight away go to Anand first. Anand, I mean, say, is something really stirring in Kerala or it's just a storm in a teacup?
Well, I feel it's a storm in a teacup because Shashi Tharoor said precisely the same things a couple of years ago when he was due to be inducted into the CWC, and he gave an interview to the New Indian Express where he said exactly the same words. I have options, and then he was made a full-time member of the CWC at that point, and it seemed he was happy with that. But after the election, after the Lok Sabha election, his role in the Congress is somewhat confusing for him, in the sense he doesn't seem to be wanted in the center in Delhi, while in Kerala, they make it a point to keep him away. The Kerala leaders like V.D. Satish and Ramesh Chandra, who are aspiring for the CM's chair, and Shashi Tharoor is now renewed his bid to be projected as a face among all the others like Chennithala, Sadishan, and of course K.C. Venugopal. What Shashi Tharoor, Shashi Tharoor is not like a regular politician. He doesn't want to just be one among the also rams who spend a lot of years in politics for nothing. He, if he wants to be an active politician, then he wants to play a role. But what I feel is that for him to remain that way, it would be very difficult to switch to the BJP or the CPIM, rather than making such statements or giving such hints. It would be very difficult for him to be an independent backed by either the BJP or the CPIM. What I see in all probability is that if he does go on a sulking mode, he might distance himself from the Congress, but I don't see him jumping into the BJP or CPIM bandwagon.
Let me play out a bite of the left leader on the statement he made earlier praising the economic policies of the left government.
As senior leader of Congress party, he acknowledged the development activities in Kerala. What is the wrong in it? But this Congress people, they are criticizing him like anything. So, today, the senior parliament member, he made a statement that if Congress party is not prepared to take his services, he is at liberty to go anywhere to do other job.
Okay. Nirmal, Shashi Tharoor was part of the so-called group of 20 or that group of multiple leaders which actually challenged the authorities of the Gandhis. Do you expect Shashi Tharoor to be in the thick of things when you are actually part of the group where the top pantheon of that leadership is either retired or they have left the Congress party? Kapil Sibal is not there. P. Chidambaram is not there in the main thing. Anand Sharma is not there. If you just recall the meetings that took place, the entire lay of the land has completely changed. So do you really expect Congress party to give him some important role? They could have made him the leader in even the previous Lok Sabha when Rahul Gandhi was in a bit of a problem. They never positioned him. He's never one of the front speakers. I think indications are all true. We always evaluate Shashi Tharoor from the context of the Kerala Congress. But we forget that the Shashi Tharoor's main problem is not stemming from Kerala Congress. It's actually stemming from his relationship with the Gandhis. Nirmal.
Exactly, I agree with that, and I don't think there is a chance for Shashi Tharoor, if you look at the recent history, to climb up the ladder back again and to get up there along the likes of the ranks of Rahul Gandhi. I don't think there is a chance. However, in Kerala, I think he genuinely raised a few concerns, including the fact that we have a weak leadership. And I would state that I'm not going to say all of the leaders that we have, or the prospective leaders we have, are weak leaders. We have leaders with great resumes. There are at least 4 or 5 that Mr. Anand just mentioned. There is Ramesh Chennithala. He was a 5-time MP, by the way, 5-time MP, a 4-time MLA, the youngest minister of Kerala. Great resume. K. Muralidharan, the son of the former leader K. Karunakaran, also a 2-time MP and a 4-time MLA. K. Sudhakaran, a very strong figure, sometimes compared to Pinarayi Vijayan's robust political figure. And we also have B.D. Satheeshan. So there are these huge political figures that he has to fight with, to be honest, in Kerala to maintain that spot, especially with the likes of K. Sudhakaran, who's almost 77 now. So I think...
Nirmal, let me ask this question to you, both of you, from the perspective of a person who stays in Delhi. Shashi Tharoor is one of the most famous exports of Kerala. You ask, where is Shashi Tharoor from? People would say he's from Kerala. So a lot of people would say, why shouldn't he be the face? Dynamic, modern, achiever, global. He has everything. Defended India. He ticks every box. So people fail to understand, why is he being sidelined?
Sidelined in Kerala, I would tell you simply tell you this. So imagine when you're in school and you had to choose a class leader, and there would be guys raising their hands for you. You would not find many junior level leaders, local level leaders raising their hands for Shashi Tharoor, because he has failed to actually develop that kind of a faction. But if you look at Ramesh Chennithala, you look at K. Sudhakaran, B.D. Satheeshan, there are people who are willing to strike for him, who are willing to raise their voice for him, who are willing to raise their hands for him. But in the case of Shashi Tharoor, although he has learned to be good with people, he has not yet, to be honest, learned to create a faction of his own where they can raise voice on his behalf, which is not happening. Second thing is, with the amount of resumes that we have in Kerala, there are 5 or 6 leaders who's been in politics for nearly 4 decades. They are not willing to move aside for a leader like Shashi Tharoor, and there is obviously internal politics trying to keep him aside from the game. And the same thing is happening in the centre as well. Ever since he filed to become the Congress leader against Mallikarjun Kharge, he became a target, as was rightly pointed out by one of the BJP leaders. So I think that's the case. And the second thing, if I may quickly add, the LDF, I don't think, though, that him praising the LDF is an indication of him moving to the LDF or even the BJP, because the government here, if you may know, Mr. Karthikeya, that for the past, I would say at least 2 decades, Kerala was at rank 28 in ease of doing business reforms. They have jumped within a span of 3 years to the number 1 position, which is absolutely commendable. And you have to commend what P. Rajiv, the minister here, has done in that regard. I think Shashi Tharoor is very neutral and nuanced when it comes to making opinions. And I think we could just, that's just an organic thing that I see from my perspective. But however, if he is further ignored in the state, there is a good chance that he may even start independently, which may not be a bad option for him.
Anand, why do we see Shashi Tharoor from the perspective of the Kerala Congress? I mean, so when outliers, people from outside politics are doing very well as mainstream politicians, don't you think Congress is losing a chance?
The problem with Congress is that they don't treat such outsiders, the people who come from, technocrats, the diplomats, people who may not be career politicians like Shashi Tharoor. Of course, there is the exception of Dr. Manmohan Singh. But except for Dr. Manmohan Singh, I don't think the Congress treats such assets or give them the due. They prefer career politicians. And the Gandhis, for all their, they posture to be very democratic. But in the case of Rahul Gandhi, I don't really see, that kind of a democratic, impulse with him when he deals with many of the Congress leaders. So in every party, the Congress is basically a coterie of the Gandhis. So if somebody is independent-minded, and if Shashi Tharoor wants to take independent positions and not take Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi's name, the Gandhi's name every second line, that is a problem. And in the Congress, a lot of leaders, even in Kerala, see this as an opportunity to make sure that Tharoor is thrown away or thrown out and discarded, and their chances are improved that way. The Congress never fights to win an election. They always fight to, the individual leaders always fight to become chief ministers. That is why they have fared so badly across the country.
I really don't know. Maybe it's a talent management issue. I think it's a talent management issue because the multiple leaders fighting to become chief minister even before the party has come to power costed them Haryana. Now people, in Kerala the elections are still away, but now Shashi Tharoor has thrown his hat in the ring, and obviously there will be a counter reaction. But I think the larger issue is that Shashi Tharoor is not a regional level player. He has an all India personality. In terms of politics, people know him in Delhi, people know him in Hyderabad, people know him in Chennai. He also has a global presence. So if Congress cannot take care of talents like Shashi Tharoor, I do feel that they have a problem on their hand. Because if you can't manage the talent, that's the first mantra of good management. If you can't keep them, then how will you run things? So I think it's going to be a big challenge for the Congress party when it comes to Kerala. And that's all on Point tonight. Thank you for watching. Do tune in at the same time tomorrow at 7 p.m. Good night.
मैं और आप, हम अलग कहाँ हैं?
Gill on 199.
अपनी अपनी मंजिल पर हम दोनों की नजर है और उसके लिए हम जी जान लगाकर मेहनत करते हैं। पर कभी कभी
He's out on 199.
मेहनत और मंजिल के बीच रह जाता है एक फासला। खैर, मुझे उस फासले को मिटाने के लिए थोड़ी और मेहनत लगेगी।